Does your aim look like this? But you want it to look like this? Well, I'm a 7-time Call of Duty champion with over 10 plus years of pro player experience. And today I'm going to be helping you with aim tips and how to improve your aim in MW3. First thing is first, let's go ahead and go over those controller settings and make sure that you have everything in order and correctly for the new Modern Warfare 3 for you guys to be beaming and hitting those long range shots easily. For the first part, we're going to go ahead and go over the aiming input device. If you're playing on mouse and keyboard and you're playing Call of Duty, let's just go ahead and change this right on over to controller. I promise you, this will help you so much. Aim assist is so broken. It is one of the greatest things about Call of Duty. Rotational aim assist and having that help when you're hitting those long range shots will make everything so much more fluent and a lot easier. For button layout, this is going to be all personal preference. At the end of the day, I always grew up playing on tactical. I've been playing Call of Duty for over 10 plus years. And this is the most comfortable and really easy-going button layout if you don't have one of those advanced controllers like a Scuff or a Battle Beaver, anything like that. I would definitely advance playing tactical so you can drop shot while being able to aim in and still not have to leave your finger off of the right joystick to go to B and, drop shot that way. But for me, again, I use a Battle Beaver. For any of those who don't know, a Battle Beaver basically has 2 buttons on the back of the controller that allow you to basically jump, or for me, it's jump and knife with on the back. And basically what I can do is do all of those actions while never taking my joystick or fingers off of the joystick. I would highly recommend investing into one of these if you are going to be trying to play any more serious than really just your casual public matches, or you want to be dominating and really beating out your friends. I would definitely recommend investing into one of those. You guys can check out the link in the description down below and use code SLACK for 10% off. Again, this is just something I've been using for a long time, and I find it to have upped my game tenfold. For the bumper ping, I have that set to off. And for tactical flipped, again, this is for flipping your triggers and your bumpers. So instead of me shooting with my bumpers down here, or shooting my triggers, I flip it to where I shoot with my bumpers. This for me is just a little more comfortable. I've been playing on the PS4 controller for a long time and still do on PC. And again, it just finds for me to be a little more comfortable. But again, at the end of the day, it's personal preference. Stick layout, I have it on default. I would definitely turn controller vibration off. This is a setting that really throws you off. To be honest with you, no pun intended there. If you're kind of playing and you get the vibration going, it may make you miss a shot or two. Overall, just the whole feel is better when you turn this off. And then lastly, for the dead zone inputs, this is a very important one, guys, because the default that the left stick minimum and right stick minimum are set on is 20. So while you're going through these settings, make sure you listen closely and change these according to your controller. For the left stick minimum, I would say the maximum that you should have this at is 5. Again, this is going to be controller dependent if you get stick drift or if you really can't control it. But I play on 1 here, and let me explain why. So basically, this is the time that your controller responds while playing the game. So if the higher the number you have, it's going to feel super delayed. The lower your number you have, it's going to feel like it's almost instant. Again, you may get a thing called stick drift where your controller starts drifting left or right by itself. That's all going to be dependent upon whether you have a newer controller. If you have an older one, you're probably going to need to change this. But for me, mine's a newer controller, so I play with it on 1. For the maximum, I play on 80. Basically, what this means is the lower you have this number, so normally at 100, right? Let's say I push my stick all the way to the edge of the ring of the controller, right? If I push it all the way to the ring, let's consider that 100, right? And that's when I reach max speed while sprinting forward. If I push it about 80% of the way, that's when I reach max speed. So basically what this means is when I push it 80% of the way forward, I'm reaching max potential speed instead of having to go all the way to the edge of the ring of the controller to fully start sprinting. For the right stick, I have this set to 3. And basically what this is your response time again to the game. So I have it set to 3. You can play around with this. Again, this is dependent upon if you get stick drift or not, since this is your aiming stick. But I would definitely recommend lowering this for the minimum, and then the maximum you're going to want at 100. You don't want to be auto correcting those shots with the ring of the controller any more than you need to. So I would definitely make sure these are the left stick and right stick minimums are set to something lower than 5. Again, you can go up to 5, but I would not go any higher than that on either of your controllers. We'll make these long range shots and really just the whole transition and snapping and tracing and tracking of players in Call of Duty a lot easier while having the input delay feel like there's basically none. For the aiming settings, let's go ahead and talk about sensitivity, right? Sensitivity is a very important part of Call of Duty. I would say never go higher than 6.6. Again, I've been playing for 10 plus years in the Pro League, and I've never had a problem tracing any player on 6.6. I feel like it's just the right sensitivity for being able to track your opponents if they slide by you, slide left or right, jump over your head, whatever it may be. It's not too fast. It's not too slow. It's kind of just right for me. I would not recommend going higher than 6.6 because then you're going to get into the whole thing where you're messing with ADS sensitivity multipliers, different things like that. It's really not necessary. And for the average player, no higher than 6.6 is needed. For the ADS sensitivity multiplier, like I said, since I just play on a common sense, I don't play anything higher than this. I don't mess with this. I leave it flat at 1. And then you obviously have all these settings where you can change all this stuff. I leave it all default at 1 as well. For the vertical aim access, I have it here at standard across the board. Then for the tactical stance multiplier, I have it at 1. Aim response curve type, this is an important one. This has been following us around since really Modern Warfare 2019. Make sure you change this to dynamic. It's a reverse S curve. It's going to help everything, really. It says the definition is ideal for more experimented players, fast starting movement that slows down to aiming rate, reverse S map curve. So basically, what it means is when you whip your sticks, basically you can get kind of your sensitivity feeling a little bit better. Obviously, default is going to be kind of boring and slow, but if you really want to become way better and improve your game, I would definitely switch it to dynamic. For the multiplier, I have it at 1. Instant for here, custom sensitivity per zone, I have this all at off. You can get creative with it, but there's really no need. Target aim assist, obviously make sure this is on. And then aim assist type. This is one that's been talked about a lot. And for me, I've tried all of these. I personally think that Black Ops feels the best. I feel like they slightly nerfed aim assist in this Call of Duty. And with default, it feels like at long range, you really have to like overcorrect your shot. And it doesn't really pull and give you that rotational aim assist that you used to get. So for Black Ops, for me, I've been beaming and absolutely frying so far in the game. So I definitely recommend using Black Ops. I think it definitely can up your game, and it just feels more traditional. It feels like older Call of Duties, and it feels really good on this game right now. Third person, I have it on assist, off for motion sensor behavior. And then let's go over to the gameplay. This is more going to be movement stuff, but I would definitely go ahead and change these settings because overall it's just going to help your aim, help everything feel a lot more fluid. Make sure you change your slide behavior to slide only. This is a new setting that they just put in. You can basically get rid of the dolphin dive completely and add it to where it's just slide only. This feels more like Verdansk movement or Modern Warfare 2019. There's like really no delay between it. I think what they've done here is they don't want you to have basically a fast slide and the diving mechanic. They want you to kind of choose one or the other. So you can have a slower slide and the dive, or you can have a fast slide, no dive. This is what I've been rocking with. I haven't really felt a need to be able to dolphin dive really too much in multiplayer. I think the slide cancel is extremely broken. And again, it can kind of help you in these engagements and help you kind of maneuver around the map and hit these easier shots and help you really improve your aim overall, because movement's important and it's a great part of kind of having good centering and helping you with the gameplay. All right, now that we've talked about the settings, let's talk about some tips to help you improve your gameplay, right? You want to be able to perfect your aim and really have the best aim out of all your friends and really get better at Call of Duty, especially this new year with Modern Warfare 3. So a great way to warm up and actually improve your shot is going to be going into controller here, going down to aiming and going all the way down to target aim assist. You're going to want to go ahead and toggle this off, right? And when you do so, you're going to be warming up without your aim assist on. So I would recommend before you go into public matches, playing with your friends, before you get around and, spend too much time doing anything, I would recommend running around in a free-for-all and a private match with your gun of choice and playing without aim assist. Basically, what this will do is whenever you get done playing, let's say you go shoot, I don't know, set a number in your head. Let's say you shoot 50 bots, right, before you get done playing, or before you start playing. And you shoot 50 bots without aim assist. Whenever you get into that public match and you turn on your aim assist again, it's going to feel like the game's aiming for you, right? Which is what you want it to be. You don't want to feel like you have to overcorrect yourself. And you'll really be able to practice on those small micromanagement adjustments without aim assist. And then when you switch it back, it's going to feel like everything's sticky, easy, and everything's going to be flowing a little bit better. So I definitely recommend before you start playing to focus on, warming up without aim assist. For the second tip I want to give you guys, it's going to be centering. And you probably heard this talked about in lots of Call of Duties, but I'm going to continue to talk about it because it's something that you have to focus on in Call of Duty if you really want to improve. Centering is obviously putting the center dot in the middle of your screen right here, the crosshair, placing it in the right spot while playing the game. So what you're going to want to do is while you're running around, you don't want to be aiming at the floor like this, running around, or you don't want to be aiming too high. You want to be centering to where you think the players are going to be. So if I'm running around and I'm ready for the next gunfight or engagement, I'm going to be focusing to where I think the players would be playing at. So if I'm running up here, obviously I'm not going to be aiming like this. Because if I'm aiming like this, then I have to readjust and focus on the shot. But if I'm already kind of predicting and centering my gun of where I think the player is going to be, it's going to allow my reaction time to just kick in and make that shot easy and fluent, instead of having to micro management and adjust, you know, where that player may be. Obviously, there's going to be times where you're going to have to adjust. Maybe some players sitting up on a box or a crate, and you kind of have to go in and make that quick adjustment. And that's what really good players are good at, and the pro players are good at. But I like I said, I would try and kind of just, it's like a, you know, combo tip. It's prediction, but it's centering, focusing on keeping your gun at a level where the players really would be. And this will, like I say, allow you to win more gunfights, but it also just help your aim. That way, if you're already centered on the player, all you have to do is aim and shoot, right? Whereas if you're not centered, now you got to adjust your gun, you got to aim and then shoot. It's going to slow you down. It's not only going to make your shot worse, but it's also going to slow you down and help you, you know, make you lose less gunfights. So if you're already centered, all you got to do is point and shoot at this point, and this will allow you to just win so many more gunfights. Another way to help improve your aim is going to be prediction. I know I kind of just said that, but what I want you guys to focus on is really just predicting where the players are going to be. Because what this will allow you to do is not have to necessarily micromanage or make these huge adjustments that you don't need to. So if I think a player is going to be around this wall, obviously I see him on the radar, right? I'm going to be pre-aiming and ready for him, right? So when he rounds that corner, all I have to do is point and shoot and follow him, right? Whereas if I'm, let's say, aiming at the wall or aiming over here, I have to do too much auto correction to where it's going to make me miss those shots and really miss those easy shots whenever he's crossing from left to right. I think all of these tips are a great starting point if you're starting out on Modern Warfare 3 and really trying to improve your aim overall. I think that now you have the settings down and you have some of these tips, spend practice and spend time doing these, right? No, practice makes perfect. So it's not going to be, you know, something overnight that you're going to change. But I promise you, if you add these things to your gameplay, you definitely will improve your aim and be able to perform way better in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. If you guys enjoyed these tips, make sure to hit that subscribe button and comment down below what other types of videos you guys would like to see. I hope you guys are beaming, everybody. And until the next one, I'll see you guys later. Peace.